Hello, welcome to another Retro Core. Now, those of us lucky enough have moved on to the next generation of gaming. I myself have a Series X. But the thing is, with this new generation, the Series X and the PS5 and the Series S, come to think of it, the controllers are really expensive. Now, we may want to do some couch co-op, but do we really want to pay for another first-party controller when we have many other controllers lying around? Probably not. So that's where this comes in handy. Now, viewers of the channel will know that I'm a big fan of Brook products, and here's another one from Brook. This is the adapter, the Wingman adapter, I believe, for the Xbox Series. So this will work on a Series X and an Xbox One as well. And basically what this lets you do is use pretty much any Bluetooth controller and other controllers via the USB on a Series X or an Xbox One. Let's take a look. So here we are over by the TV, and we're going to use a variety of controllers to control the Series X. So we're going to start with this third-party Hori controller. This is for the PlayStation 4. And then we're also going to try an official wired Xbox 360 controller. And we're going to go and do some wireless connection with the official PlayStation 4 controller. Now you're probably wondering, how do we switch on the Series X? Because normally on the Xbox machines, to switch it on remotely, you just hold down the X button on the controller. Well, none of these third-party controllers have an X button, do they? But not to worry, it's very, very simple. Basically what you do, if you're using wired controllers, is you connect the controller to the dongle, like this. And then once this is plugged into the machine, the dongle will switch on the machine, and it works absolutely flawlessly. You'll see just how quick the Series X boots up as well. Watch this. Right, plug it in. You'll see the little blue lights flashing on the dongle there, hopefully. And the Xbox is on, and the console is also on. Alright. And you'll see straight away, we can use the controller to move the menus. As you can see, no problem at all. It's working flawlessly. All the buttons on the controller will work as expected. The PlayStation controller button actually works as the same as the Xbox button, so it brings up the menus and so on, as you'd expect. And these also work the same as they would on the normal Xbox. See, we can do all the same options there, no problem whatsoever. Everything is mapped as you'd expect it to be mapped. Alright, the only thing that doesn't do anything is the touchpad, which is to be expected. Okay, so maybe you're thinking, can you change controllers without switching off the machine? Sure you can. So we'll just unplug this PlayStation 4 controller here. Let's move it over there out the way, and we'll plug in the Xbox 360 controller. Alright, in it goes. Now this Xbox 360 controller is a bit dodgy. The cable on it is a little bit iffy, but yep, it's working perfectly fine. As you can see, we are now scrolling through the menus, and as with the PlayStation 4 controller, the buttons are all mapped correctly, as you'd expect. Alright, now how about connecting wirelessly? Can that be done? It sure can. So again, let's remove this controller. What we're going to do now is we're going to connect up the PlayStation 4 controller to it. Now the way to connect it wirelessly is you hold down the two LED buttons on the actual dongle, and they'll start flashing like crazy. So let's hold those down. Here we go, now flashing like crazy. And all we do is we pair it up with the controller. Hopefully this will pair up. And hopefully it will not switch on my PlayStation 4. For some reason this does not seem to be working. Give it another try. Well, that didn't go to plan, did it? So let's connect it up with a cable and see if that'll get it working. Alright, in you go with the cable. Oh, alright, well it works with the cable, no problem. I wonder why it didn't work wirelessly. Very strange. Well, that's what happens when you try and do things live. Anyway, let's play a bit of Forza using a PlayStation 4 controller. This is going to be really weird. So let's see. Are we going to work? Yes. And of course, whoa, the analog sticks are working too. Let's see if we can change our viewpoint. How do I do it? There it is. And the rumble feature also works on the controller, no problem. So it is fully playable using a PlayStation 4 controller. But it's not only limited to the controllers, you can also use PlayStation 4 joysticks or other PlayStation 4 accessories on the Xbox Series X. So no problems there. Alright. Doing ghost mode or something here. Alright, we'll call that a day. As well as letting you use different controllers on your Xbox, the Wingman converter also adds rapid fire and allows you to reconfigure the button mapping, which is very handy and it's very easy to do. So you can also remap the buttons on a normal Xbox controller if that's what you want to do and add rapid fire to that. But we're going to use this PlayStation 4 controller. So what you do is you press the Xbox guide and the view button, or in this case it's going to be the PlayStation button and the option button, and you'll notice that the lights will change on the converter there. So let's hold them down and that should change to red in a couple of seconds. There we go, we're now on red. Now what we do, if we want to add rapid fire to say the X button, or the A button as it would be in this case, what we do is we press that and then would hold the view button again, and that would assign this to rapid fire. If we want to remap this, so say you're playing a beat 'em up and you want to do like a combo, like a 2-button combo on one button, then it's very easy. So say for example we want to set A and B to the X button, then what we do is we just press the X button, then we'd hold view, which in this case would be the options, and we would press A and B together, and then what would happen is that would remap those two buttons to this button. Very, very easy to set up. It sounds confusing, but if you read the instructions, it's very, very simple. And once that's done, you can have a 2-button move dedicated to one button. And you can also remap the D-pad as well. So if you wanted to put the D-pad over here for some reason and the buttons here, you can do that. Okay, so what you may be wondering is, can you use an official controller and a third-party controller together? Yes, you can. Let's take a look. So let's start story mode. We'll just go into where we last were, and we'll press A on this controller. And there we go, we are now playing 2-player. So it's going to be really awkward to play with 2 controllers at once. Now you may be interested in knowing that with the 8-bit Do controller you can still bring up the Xbox menu like that. So that's pretty handy. Alright, let's get into the actual game. How do we skip all this? There we go. Let's just see if they both work at the same time. They should do. Alright, so let's move them both up. Yep. So yep, there you can see Blaze is moving just fine there. And Axel as well. So no problem whatsoever. And this one too. So there you have it. You can use an official controller and an unofficial controller at the same time. No problem whatsoever. So this makes playing 2-player games on a Series X a lot cheaper, because now we don't have to buy another one of these. And there we have it. That is the Wingman converter from Brook for the Xbox series of consoles. An excellent converter. I mean, if you've got a load of controllers lying around for your PlayStation 4 or Bluetooth controllers or your Xbox 360, why fork out for the brand new controller for your new modern console when you can use those controllers with a cheaper adapter? Plus, it also lets you add rapid fire and remap buttons. What more could you want? I'll put a couple of links in the video description down below for this. They are unaffiliated, but they'll be for Amazon US and Amazon UK. Check them out if you want one of these Brook adapters. Till next time guys, take it easy and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.